All right, guys, let's get started. Today, we're gonna begin with a plank on our elbows. So come down onto your knees, and your forearms are gonna go all the way down onto the mat with flat palms. Lengthen the legs back so that they're glued together. No light between your knees and toes. Making sure you found a really strong diagonal. We don't wanna hang the hips down or stick the tushy up. So we're gonna come into our best diagonal here. Think about lifting away from the floor, broadening the collarbones, and imprinting your hands down onto the mat. Once you've got that organized, we're gonna tip the pelvis to the right, and then the right knee is gonna tap and follow. Come back through center, and then we're gonna tip the pelvis to the left, and the knee follows again. So we're gonna follow at that pace, just tipping side to side. Think about lifting away from the floor, finding that strong diagonal, rotating the pelvis first, the knee follows. And now we're gonna do last time to the right. Tap that knee, keep the shoulders quiet. Last time to the left, and bring it all the way in. We're gonna go straight into our Wunda twist. So hands are wide at the edge of the mat. Left foot comes in front of the right. And we're gonna start with our shoulders facing forward, and we wanna have our hips facing to the side. From there, we're gonna inhale, and the pelvis is our driver. It's lifting up and back as we come into a pike position. And then we're gonna unwind the pelvis and swivel the hips back to the side of the mat. We wanna make sure we're not loading into the shoulders and that we're finding lots and lots of length through all sides of the body as we slowly raise and then we swivel the pelvis back to the side in our start position. A few more just like this. We're gonna exhale as we lower down, inhale as we pike up. On this next one, we're gonna hold it. So our pelvis is forward, our shoulders shine straight ahead, and we're gonna do 4 baby push-ups. 4. The elbows go straight back. This is 3. Make sure your hips don't drop. Last 2. Kate's gonna hold her last one down. I'm not. Arms can come back long or hold down for extra challenge. And 4 times leg lift. 4 on the right leg only. Last 3. Last 2. Broaden those collarbones. Last 1. And bring it in. Oh my gosh. All right. How's that for a nice start? Go ahead and grab your dumbbells if you have them. If not, don't worry about it. We're going to have our feet 4 inches apart and parallel, going straight into our step up. So what we're going to do is take a natural step back with your left foot, and we're going to lower down, bending both knees, making sure the knee is over the foot island just in front of our ankle crease. We're going to inhale as we rise together, and the arms float forward. The left leg floats up into a 90-degree bend. Exhale, the arms come down, and both knees bend. Inhale, we float forward. And you can see Jen is doing a modified version, so if that is a challenge for you or your balance, you can simply lower straight up and down rather than adding that leg lift. If you've added that leg lift, please make sure that your knee is at a 90-90 bend, and that we're sinking that femur head in, the top of that thigh bone. We're sinking it in deep into the hip socket. Inhaling as we rise, lifting through the core. Exhaling as we narrow through the waistline. Plugging the arms into the shoulders. Exhaling to lower. Inhale, really use the core to lift rather than a push through the foot. Think about the waistline lifting up off the pelvis. We're gonna do 2 more here. Inhaling as we float up. Last one with the raise of the left leg. Step back into that lunge position. Both knees are bent. And now we're gonna go into a little foot roll through the right foot. So we're gonna peel that heel up and imprint it down. We're peeling up via the inner thigh. It is not a push through the ball of the foot. Think about that right inner thigh really peeling up to raise the heel off the floor and then imprinting it down. Last 2. Hold that heel up just for fun. Kate, you can raise your hands overhead too. And then we're going to lower and raise just like a little scissors, slowly down and up 4 times 4. Last 3, if that doesn't work for your balance, keep your foot down. Last 2. And both feet down. Awesome. You can keep the dumbbells or ditch them. I'm gonna ditch them. Kate gets to keep hers. Isn't that awesome? And we're gonna go right into some plies. So we're gonna take the arms out to the side and our feet are in a wide turned out position. From here, we're gonna go lowering down on an exhale. And then we're gonna narrow again. Think about lifting up via the waistline into an inhale. So if those dumbbells are aggressive at any point, set them down, set them on your hips. It really is not about those props. It's really about the work we're doing with our core and initiating all of the movement via our core. Inner thighs spiral forward on the way down. Check out your knees. Are they aligned with your big toe, second toe? Inhaling as we rise, and we're gonna hold this last one down. From here, we're gonna go into a tick-tock. So we're gonna start going towards the left. We're going to arc up and over. And I want you to think, instead about bending the left, think about opening the right. And then we're going to inhale through the center. Exhale, opening the left side of the ribs like you're fanning them open. And kind of creating a rainbow shape. It's not about how far you go. We don't want to compress this side of the body. We want to keep length on all sides the entire time we're working. We have two more. One more to the left. And one more to the right. Coming back to center, we're going to go into our standing saw. So you can get those dumbbells or don't worry about them if you don't want them. We're going to turn towards the side. Our feet are about as wide as our mat, about shoulder width distance. Hands are going to come out to the side, and we're going to do our best to go down in a flat back without sending our booty way out behind us. And then we're going to rotate towards the front, towards the right. Now the right arm is going to bend, and that's an inhale. Exhale as we bring it back. Inhaling and exhaling. Check that left arm. Mine usually wants to get kind of squirrely and start dropping, doing funny things. We want to keep it aligned if we can in a beautiful diagonal. Think about the sits bones being nice and broad and narrowing through the corset. Last 3. Last 2. Hold here. We're going to unwind again. Arms come out to the side. And then with control, lengthen and lift back to start. Awesome. You can ditch those dumbbells again because we are going to go into a side plank. So this time, Jen's going to do it on her forearm, and Kate and I are going to do it on our hand, and that's obviously an up or a down kind of balance challenge situation. So we're going to start on our left hand, left foot is in front of the right, right arm comes up and over. On your inhale, we're going to rotate the ribs towards the floor as we pike the hips up. This is our inhale, and then exhale, we unwind and hit start just where we started. And then we're going to exhale as we pike. The rib basket rotates, the hips don't change very much. And then we exhale and unwind. You can follow your gaze to your hand if you'd like to help mobilize the neck. We want to keep that left shoulder up and out of our ear. Inhaling as we come up and back, finding that length across the waistline. Exhaling as we come back to start. And you can see that Jen's still getting really beautiful work here in that nice rotation, but it's not as aggressive as the up and back that we're doing on our hand. So you can hold this and still get a really beautiful focus to the waistline and to that rotation of the rib basket without piking all the way up. And let's go ahead and finish coming out of that. And we're going to come onto our behind and go into our circus wheel. So we're going to sit on down. We don't need any props here. Try to keep your knees closed while we're doing this work. We're going to start rotating to the left. So first our arms come up and forward, and then we're going to rotate the left arm back so it grazes the floor. Then we're going to hinge just an inch or so. You see I still have a flat back here. Now my pelvis rolls. Now my low back. Now my mid back. Now my upper back. Good. And then the arm comes up and over as you go into extension and come back to start. Now we're going to go the other way. So now the right arm rotates. The rib basket takes it back behind you. We're going to roll down. And the arm comes up and overhead and back to start. You can see that Jen isn't extending the arm up and overhead because that's really the most aggressive part of the sequence. And so if that feels aggressive to you, just keep your hand at shoulder height. So we're rotating back, the rib basket rotates, we roll through, and you can kind of get a more flow sensation to here. Now we're going to the left, swiveling, rolling down, up and over. To the right again. What's happening with your knees? I'm noticing that mine really want to come open. How about yours? So really focus on that connection that helps us find the midline of the body, low belly, and pelvic floor. Up and over. Find that length on the front body as well. When we curl, A lot of times we kind of squish and shorten the front side of the body. It certainly is going to get a little wrinkles on your tank top or your t-shirt, but we want to make sure that we're not shortening the body at any time. Let's do last time to the right. And we're going to come up and over. Okay, let's get that plank done on the other side, shall we? So this time the right hand or the right forearm is down. We're going to have our right foot in front of the left, and the left arm comes up and back, or just up overhead, excuse me. Now we're going to swivel as we rotate the rib basket and come into a pike position. That's an inhale for length, exhale, unwind to start. Make sure we're not crowding and hanging out in that shoulder, right? So we're doing that rotation to inhale, exhale, as we come back up. So you can see Kate's really up on her legs. She can find a big range of movement. So it's gonna be a lot larger rotation if you are up on your hand. You're gonna find a much bigger rotation than you will if you're on your forearm. So it's up to you what feels good to you and your body today. We're gonna do 2 more. I gotta get back in on the fun, yeah? We're inhaling as we rotate, exhaling to that side plank. 1 more. Inhaling as we rotate, and exhale, return to start. Grab those dumbbells again if you have them. We're gonna go into that standing saw. So we're gonna come with those dumbbells out to the side, feet are parallel, about the width of your mat. And then we're gonna float the arms out with a flat back. So that means we're not gonna round and curl. We're keeping a nice tall spine. We're gonna lengthen the tailbone from the crown of the head. Long, 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 long. And then we rotate the rib basket. And watch that right arm, it does swirly things up there. Now we're gonna go ahead and get that left arm bending from under the shoulder blade. It's not the dumbbell swinging around. We wanna make sure that's not our focus. If it feels aggressive to you, simply set your dumbbells down at any point and you can mimic the same movement just like Jen and I are doing. So you can still get that nice glide through the shoulder blade and connection to the length and strength of that right arm. Really find a long spine here. We're gonna go into step-ups on the other side next. And bring it in. Good. Grab those dumbbells if you want to. We're gonna turn to face the other direction and go into our step-ups with the left side forward. So we're stepping the right leg back, and then we're just gonna lower straight down, just kind of give us a little reminder about what that range of movement feels like. We're just lowering straight down and lifting up via the core. So make sure you don't push through that left heel. I know a lot of exercise methodologies talk about pushing through that heel. That focuses on the glute max. So what we want to do is find that lift and that length all the way up. And now we can go ahead and add that leg raise of the right leg. So we're gonna exhale down, and let's go into an offering this time. We're gonna inhale as we float up, hit that 90-90, exhale as you lower down. Again, dumbbells not required. And if that leg lift doesn't feel great to you on this side of your body, pay attention. It doesn't have to be symmetrical. Just because you did it on the other side, it might not be a great fit for you on this side. Pay attention to what your body's feeling like. Inhaling, the core lifts you, not just the booty. It's certainly working, but it's not the only one invited to the party. You can glue your eyes to something ahead of you to also support your balance. That's gonna help you find that lift without getting real wobbly at the top. Inhaling as we raise. We're gonna do 2 more of these, and then we're gonna go into that hold and that foot roll on that left leg. Hold it down. You can hold the dumbbells at your sides or in front of you, and we're gonna foot roll on that left foot via the inner thigh. So we're gonna peel that heel up and imprint it down 4 times. That's 1. Last 2, 3. Good news, we're gonna hold it up next. Hold it here. Whoa, see, it's wobbly for me too. And now we're gonna go down and up 4 times via the inner thighs narrowing. That's what's helping us move here. Last 2. We've got our wounded twist next. And last 1. All right, guys. So the hands come back to the front of the mat. And this time we have our right foot in front of our left. So you want to get your right foot in front of your left and find your nice long plank here. Really lift away from the floor, broaden the collarbones, and we're going to inhale as we swivel the pelvis up and back. It's not a straight up movement. Exhale as you come back to start. So make sure you're not going straight up to the sky. We want to go up and back at a diagonal, finding that delicious length. Otherwise, you're going to find a lot of shortness on the right side of the waistline. Whew. How you ladies doing? They're having a good old time. They're not fitness models, people. They're actual educators who teach this method. And they happen to be my besties. So that's what they get for being friends with me. And hold the next one in that swiveled position. So you want to have your hips shining forward, your shoulders shining ahead. 4 mini push-ups. Let's go. We're going to exhale. Elbows drip straight back. Last 3. Are your hips dropping? Mine really want to. So fight that resistance. Last 2. Good news. Kate's going to hold down. We don't have to. Arms come long. Left leg goes up for 4. Small raise. Just crease at the outer edge of the hip. Last 3. We get to lay down next. Last 2, but get your ring. Last 1 and bring it in. Awesome. Okay, now here's what we gotta do. We gotta lay at the front side of the mat for this one, trust me, okay? So we're gonna get our hips all the way to the front side. If you have a ring, you're gonna place it between your ankles. If not, don't worry about it. We're gonna lay down on our side. Your head is gonna come onto your bicep, onto your right bicep. So we're laying on our right hip. Flex your feet. That's going to help us connect to the back line of the body. And then we're going to do a raise, a double leg raise. Do you notice that my right ribs, my bottom ribs, they did not drop to the floor as the legs raised. So we don't want to raise so high that we see the waistline drop, okay? So it's a crease through the hips, feet are flexed, and we're trying to balance on that bony part of the hip. We all have different cushion on our hips, yes? And so you may say, I don't have a bone through the hip, but it's true. You do. Try to balance on the peak of it, yeah? Keep the waistline long. The entire body is working head to toe. This is not only about your ankles, my friends. Hold the next one up. Here's what we're going to think about. We're going to think about reaching the inner thighs long as we can. Stretch, stretch, stretch those inner thighs. And now we're going to think about narrowing the inner thighs. Just think about it. I don't care if your ring moves at all. Totally irrelevant. I'm after your inner thighs, pelvic floor, and deep abdominals. So it's a tiny little narrow. Reach, reach, reach the inner thighs. Reach, reach, reach the heels long. We're going to do 4 more. It's almost imperceptible. You might not even see my ring move. That's fine. Last 3. We have something fun coming next. Last 2. Okay, your legs can go down, but keep your ring if you have one. We're going to come on to your right elbow, and we're going to go into twisted teaser. So we're going to roll our pelvis back and hit that teaser position at the top. Now, if it's aggressive, hands go behind your hips. Here we go. We're going to inhale and unwind, but come onto the forearm, not all the way down onto the floor. And now we're not flexing the feet. Now we have an open front side of the ankles. And then we're going to exhale as we rotate. And then we're going to inhale as we come back to start. My ring is about to go flying out. Maybe yours is too. So if it does, simply pick it up and get back into the action, or ditch it. It doesn't even matter. So as we raise, we want to aim for that length. And you can see that Jen here is supporting her body by coming behind her hips with her hands, or behind her thighs with her hands. And that really supports the deep abdominals and kind of helps her find that balance point at the top. And Kate here, she's been doing this for 1 or 2 days. I'm gonna make it be real obnoxious. You can also do this full extension at the top, and that long lever really increases the challenge quite dramatically. Isn't she pretty? All right, guys, here we go. Last one, and we're gonna hit some bridges. Great, and bring it in. If you have a ring, go ahead and slide it above your knees, and we're gonna lay right down on the mat going into some bridges. So lay all the way down, arms come alongside you, feet are parallel, and we're going to do flexion in both directions. That means curling the spine. So slide the shoulder blades down to begin, and then we're gonna start with the pelvis rolling under us. That is going to peel and pick up off the floor. Then the low back turns, mid back, and upper back. At the top, hold here for a second. Imprint with intention all 4 corners of your feet. And then we're going to start from under our heart. So keep your booty up and all the way long as we roll down with length on the front body, rather than trying to just crunch and curl. Those are C words in my world. We're not going to do that. We're just going to peel up, open the front side of the hips, reach the knees long, 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 and then lower from behind the heart. Keep your booty up, 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 and lower from behind the heart. I have good news, guys. We're doing that twisted teaser situation on the other side next. So wrap your head around it. Get excited. We're gonna do one more. Anyone feeling a little hamstring action here? Yes? But don't skip the abdominals. Don't skip the abdominals. When we do that long, low curl, that's how we do it. Last one down, we're going from behind the heart. This length is how we find that deep abdominal connection. Don't give all the work away to the booty and the hamstrings. Oh, all right, guys, come on up. So if you have that ring, bring it with you. We're gonna lay on the front edge of that mat. We're gonna do the twisted teaser other side. So we have the ring between our ankles. We're gonna lay down onto our left forearm, front side of the ankles are open, and then when you're ready, let's do it. We're gonna rotate onto the pelvis and come and hit that teaser position, and then we're gonna swivel back onto our hip, yes? And then we're gonna lengthen up, sitting tall at the top, and lengthen back out. Now here's a tip. If you're feeling this through the front side of the hips, you wanna think about bringing the knees a little bit closer, or even try the version with your hands behind your thighs. That's gonna help you find that connection to the deep abdominals rather than giving the work away to the front side of the body, okay? So we're gonna inhale as we raise up on this side. We're cross-training breath here. Exhale as we lower down. Inhale, lengthen through the spine as you rotate and come up. This is much harder on this side. I should go adjust them again, don't you think? That was much better. Inhaling as we rotate and rise, find lots of length. Ooh. Try to keep those toes at knee height. Let's do 2 more here. Does that feel about right, my friends? Yep. I think Kate should be extending. I can't see her. Is she extending back there? Is she doing it? And go ahead and bring it down. We're gonna swivel onto our side. Keep that ring, girl. Keep that ring. We're gonna swivel onto our side. We're gonna have the left bicep cradling our head. Doesn't that sound nice? And go ahead and flex those feet. What's happening with your left ribs? Are they resting on the ground? Think about lengthening the top hip away, and we're gonna go straight into those raises, double leg raises. Feet are flexed, balancing on the tippy top of your left hip bone. It's called your greater trochanter if you wanna, show off at the party next time. All the things you know about anatomy now that you do Pilates, okay? Reach those inner thighs long. Are you raising so high that your ribs are dropping? If so, give it a smaller range of movement, okay? You can also choose a single leg like Jen's showing us if this feels aggressive. Hold the next one in a floated up position. Reach the heels long, reach the inner thighs even longer. And now the inner thighs narrow. They narrow. It's a deep abdominal connection, so ideally I'd love you to feel this through the low belly, in between those hip bones on the front side of your body. The inner thighs are obviously working. That's connected directly to the pelvic floor, crisscrossing through the pelvic floor. We're gonna do 3 more of those. Last 3, we're gonna go right into some leg sweeps next. Last 2, and holy hallelujah, ditch that ring, okay? So we're gonna set that ring down if you have one. We're gonna come onto all 4s and go into some leg sweeps. So come to the front side of your mat so you have a good amount of room. We're in a 4-point kneeling position. The right leg is going to sweep to the side. We want to keep it low on purpose. And it's an external rotation forward. And now we're going to sweep it back, keep it low to the ground. And now it's in parallel. Swiveling that inner thigh forward on the way to the side. And then it comes back to parallel. But keep it real low because we don't want to go into the low back. I'm after your glutes and upper fibers of your hamstrings. You might notice 1 or 2 other things working, but those are our initiating movers, okay? Draw your navel up and in. You can even glance down and check your pelvis, make sure it's not dropping or opening. Let's bring the leg out to the side, and we're going to add a weight shift. So what we're gonna do is as that leg goes back, now it is gonna float up as we bend the elbows, but really try not to touch them down. We're gonna hover, and then we're gonna sweep the leg forward and the arms come long again. Okay, so this is an inhale here as the crown of the head reaches long in opposition from the right foot, and then we exhale as we come back to start. 2 more, just like that. Inhale as we raise and elongate. Exhale back to start. We're gonna stand up for some pliés next. Inhaling long. Exhale back to start. All right, so if you have a ring or dumbbells, you can grab either one. And we're going to come onto our feet, about 4 inches apart, parallel. And we're gonna take that ring in our hands and come into a 90-90 bend. So keep yourself honest, the elbows are right off of the shoulders, all 10 toes shine straight ahead. From here, a plie means that we're gonna soften the knees, but we don't allow the torso to tip forward. That's a squat. So we're going for a plie today, all right? So we're exhaling as we crease at the knees, crease at the hips, the crown of the head reaches up, up, up in opposition, and we inhale to raise. Exhaling as you lower. Inhaling to raise. How are my besties doing? Are they still with me? Because I can't really look at them very much. There's a question if they're even still on set, right? Exhaling down, inhaling up. We're gonna hold the next one tall, and I wanna show you a little tip. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bend our knees as far as we can without changing our height. Do you see that I'm shaking? I don't know if it comes through, but I'm trembling head to toe because I'm working in so much opposition. Straighten the legs again for me. Kneecaps absorb into quadriceps. Don't be afraid to fully extend. Exhale, bend the knees as far as you can without lowering your height. And now on this next one, go ahead and change your height again, full range of movement. Hold here. Both heels peel up without changing your height. And we're gonna do it a little pulse from in between the shoulder blades. The ring is lowering and raising in between the shoulder blades. It's teeny tiny. Navel draws up and in. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. Heels come down, keep that ring. From here, we're gonna go into a flat back hinge. Yes? Yes. Still with me? All right, they're still here. How exciting. All right, we're gonna take our arms overhead, but you wanna plug those shoulder blades down the back. We have our feet approximately shoulder width distance, again parallel. You can come into turnout if that's more comfortable for you. And we're going to exhale as we reach forward. If that doesn't feel great on your shoulders, give your elbows a good bend, and that should help alleviate tension. On the inhale, let's rise together using the core to float us all the way back to standing. Exhale, it's a deep crease at the front of the hips as the sits bones broaden. Are your toes gripping on for dear life? Mine kind of are. So try to avoid that. Try to keep equal weight on your heels, balls of the feet, and the toes. If the ring doesn't feel great for you, ditch it. At any point, you can use it without the ring and just do a long arm raise. As we're lowering down, we want to make sure we're not sending our booty too far back. So you want to keep your booty as close as you can to your heels. You're going to shift back a little bit. You tip forward, but we don't want to make sure that it's not falling too far back. Let's do one more, and we'll go into our leg sweeps the other direction. Beautiful. And we're inhaling, rising with length all the way up. Go ahead and lose your ring if you have one. We're going to come onto our hands and knees. And now we're gonna do those low leg sweeps on the left side. So we're in a 4-point kneeling position to start. Find your neutral pelvis for me. So that means we're not tipping forward and hanging down like a cow, but we're also not rounding up like a cat. We really wanna find that beautiful kind of in-between point. From here, lengthen that left leg out. The inner thigh spirals forward. You're out to the side. Keep that leg low. Inhale as we lengthen back. Behind us, it's parallel. So that femur bone, the top of the thigh bone, is actually rotating as we move. So it's not just swinging around kind of free form. It's with intention. You can see that spiral nicely with the lines on Kate's pants. And then it rotates back, and that inner thigh really spirals to the sky. And then it swivels forward. But you can see that her pelvis is not really invited for the ride. I'm even going to tweak it just a tiny bit. Oh, she really is happy with me now. Find that length on all sides of the waistline. Long, long, long. Add the weight shift, my friends. So as that leg goes back, the elbows bend. Yes, ma'am. That's an inhale to find that oppositional length. Exhale, come back to start. Good. Beautiful. Yes, if that feels aggressive, you don't have to raise the leg so high. You can still do that weight shift, but don't worry about the leg coming up or going down so low. Do the range of movement that works for you and your body on any given day. This is our last thing, guys. Let's do one more. Exhaling forward, inhaling as we lower back. And come on up, it's time to stretch. We've made it. All right, so we're gonna go into a half camel. Take your right hand and you can place it on your waistline, onto your, below your tush, or all the way down onto your foot like Kate's showing us. The left arm comes up and over. We wanna make sure we're finding length in the low back as we rotate and inhale and extension. Make sure you're not shortening the low back, find weight in the heavy tailbone. Take one more breath cycle here, plug that left arm down the back. Exhale, return back to center. And we're gonna go into cat-cow in a 4-point kneeling. So you're gonna come onto your hands and knees. And we're going to inhale as we gaze forward, opening the heart, lengthening the tailbone from the crown of the head. Exhale, nod the chin, round the upper back. I like to think about a hammock under my ribs in this position. And then we're gonna inhale, finding length as we gaze forward. It's not just about letting your abdominals hang down. We wanna stay really organized even as we stretch. Inhale, last time forward. And exhale, last time in that curl. And just keep your knees where they are, and we're gonna come into that half camel other side. Left hand comes onto your hip, onto your thigh, or onto your heel. Right arm reaches up and over. And then we're gonna inhale as we rotate the rib basket, gazing over the left shoulder. Find the length in the low back. One more breath cycle here. Plug that right arm down the back line of the body. And you've made it. Beautiful job, you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.